But we start with Aston Villa, who are out of the Europa Conference League. They've lost 2-0 on the night in Athens to Olympiakos, 6-2 on aggregate. Lee Hendry watched the game with us. Lee, what's your overall reaction? They just run out of puff, Villa?
Yeah, I think it's been a long season for Villa. I'm not making excuses for them, but they've, all the cup competitions, the season that they've had where, has been quite phenomenal, really. I think they've just run out of steam. I've watched them the last few weeks and they've just looked like they're on their last legs. The season can't come to an end quick enough, I feel. Watched them the weekend against Brighton. They just feel like they've just ran out of, sort of energy and gas. You feel that the season needs to come to that end and they need to get that fourth spot secure. They've had a brilliant season. There's no hiding the fact of where they've got to. They've had a great cup run in this competition, and they've come up against a better side that tactically were acute, they were better, and deserve to go through to the final against Fiorentina.
What do you think is the trend in the Premier League, or what's behind the trend in the Premier League while there's no teams in the final? Do you see anything into it, or is it just coincidence this year?
I just think it's coincidental this season. I fancied Man City to go on to the finals. Arsenal have had a great season as well. I just think it is coincidental. It's about managing, isn't it? And I think the way I look at it, squad depth is so key in actually resting players because of the quick turnaround. You have to look at Villa. They played Sunday and they're playing in a second leg European tie, whereas Olympiakos, they played Villa at Villa Park last Thursday and then they've got the whole week to prepare. And I'm not using that as any excuse, but the quick turnaround in games is quite telling as you come to the back end of the season. And I think Brighton have struggled with that this season. It's about managing, and I put that down to them having a lot of injuries. And Arsenal, Man City, I just felt that they might go onto the latter stages, if not to the final. So I think it's just been a disappointing end, but let's take some positive signs for Aston Villa because they've been and had a great season under Unai Emery.
They have 2 more league games remaining. They're 7 points clear of Tottenham. We've got 1 game in hand. Villa have Liverpool on the Monday Night Football. Then they finish on Sunday, 19th of May against Palace away from home. We're in great form, as we know. Any fears that they'll stumble here, or do you see them just getting over that line?
Yeah, I think it's getting over the line. A point, will and should be good enough, really. But Spurs have still got it all to do. They've got to go and win pretty much all 3 games, haven't they? The goal difference is better for Villa. They're coming up against 2 very good sides. Palace have turned a massive corner and are in great form. And Liverpool, they've been quite scatty and fell away from, title winners, really, in that running. But it's one of them seasons where I just hope that it happens now, But whatever happens, they're going to be playing European football. So it'd be great to be classed as Champions League opponents and being a part of that next season for obvious reasons, coming up against the Europeans' best sides, that we can see.